Hey girls, how's it going? I hope your day is going amazing. I'm excited because we're going to talk about Amber on the episode of Love losing her mind, and it's a mess. Let's get into it.
It's dark time, as you know.
Anyway, if you're new here, thank you so much for being here. The last I checked, I think I had 72 subscribers. I'm a brand new channel, and listen, I'm excited to make some nonsense about Girl Worlds and all the adjacent characters that are in it. So if that's the sort of thing that you're into, please stick around. Please like and subscribe. That would be amazing. It really does help my channel. And please always let me know if you have something that you think I should talk about. The comments are always welcomed. All right, so we're starting off strong with, of course, the LCU just being full of class acts who are just going to respect each other and be kind and mindful the whole time that they are at Fat Camp.
And Boogie snapped.
Yeah,
And then Nightmare was punching a table and yelling and screaming.
yeah, it was as much people want to say like, oh, this shit's fake, blah blah blah. It was
That was very real.
it was very real. People had to restrain other people. People are still yelling outside.
See, Amber, you would have fit in so good here. This is like exactly your vibe. Anyway, they finally get her up on the screen, and let me tell you, she's in a great mood as always.
So
She
glad.
doesn't look very happy.
We
I
have
hate Fupa
Why? What the fuck did I do to you?
because I might hate Phantom, but you using him, how you're using him, is pathetic. And Phantom's too dumb to realize it.
Who says she's using me?
Sarah.
Woo, okay. So a lot right off the bat. So these two are two couples, plus Amber, who's the fifth wheel, being angry. Amber is immediately going to jump into talking about how she thinks Fupa is using, what's this guy? This other guy? Phantom? I don't know. Whatever his name is. The guy that she's sitting next to. Her current romantic entanglement. And the thing is that I want to point out is that Amber will often talk about how she is the one who is giving monetary support to her partners, and so it's a little bit interesting, I would say, that she feels like Fupa can be using Phantom when they are, you know, like an item together, right? All right, spoiler alert coming, I guess, but these two, Tech and his girlfriend, are going to get engaged in a couple of minutes, I guess. Sure, yeah, I mean, right after the fight, yeah, whatever, I mean, live your life. It's a sweet moment for sure, and you can just see Amber, the jealousy rising as everyone in the chat is talking about how sweet their relationship is and how nice they think Sarah is. You can just see that she's like, just watch your face because it's building.
Bye, bud.
Bye.
That was the David Jaffe. Thank you for popping in. Good to see him. King Cat, Tech, your girlfriend's so pretty. You better not fumble her. Oh, thank the Lord that I got blessed with her thinking that I was funny or some shit. I don't know how I convinced you to be in my life, but I'm happy for it. That girl Amanda, Tech, your girlfriend is so lovely. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you want to say anything to them?
God bless you. Thank you.
And Amber, you can tell she's super insecure because she starts trying to shift the focus away from her weird relationship with what do we call Fedgeen, with the feeder, because she knows they're talking about relationships. It's a quick and easy transition to talking about her weird relationship. And so she's going to try and deflect and talk about Fupa and Phantom and make it seem like they have some sort of strange relationship or whatever's going on with them is inappropriate. Listen, I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know these people. I am not far enough into it to know if I feel like either of them is being inappropriate or whatever. What I do know is that this is like a classic deflection technique of, I know people are going to come looking at me, so I'm going to quick point over here. Look, they might be doing something bad too.
So today, me and Sarah are going to be like, what's the lady's name? Huh?
I heard through the grapevine that Phantom didn't even know this was happening, and it happened without his permission. Creepy.
The room? No, they talked to
It
him.
wasn't by me, bitch. Keemstar.
But you're fake and you're using him. Me
Keemstar
and Gigi crossed
himself
it.
came in this morning and asked if I would be okay with sharing a room with Phantom before he announced it, and I said yes.
If you want to
But see, you would know that if you were actually at Fat Camp, wouldn't you?
Bitch, I don't want to be there, or I would be there.
Yeah.
And I know that Amber was just saying that she was responding to everything, and that was her stupid response to whatever Fupa was saying. But I think that it speaks volumes because, again, Amber always tells us who she is. She always tells on herself. She says, if I wanted to be there, I would be there. And we knew the whole time that Amber didn't want to be there. That's why she wasn't there. And, you know, if you listen long enough, she'll always tell you the truth.
In the honor of the episode of Love, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Sarah Jaffe.
Oh, what the hell?
I was wondering if you'd make me the happiest man possible, and would you accept this ring as a promise for us to stay together?
Dude, hell
For as long
yeah.
as we're together.
You know what?
She said yes!
All right, I know that moment is about Tech and his girlfriend and whatever, but I'm here to talk about Amberlyn, okay? And I loved watching her face because she knows that she is supposed to be happy. She's supposed to act happy. However, we also know that Amber really wants to marry Tommy. She's talked openly about that, and I think it's looking more and more like it's just not going to happen. And so you can see like the jealousy washing over her. She sees like somebody else having an experience that she would really like to have. She would love to have Tommy do something like this, claim her publicly, but I just don't think it's going to happen for her. And I think she can tell it. It's you can see it just clearly in her facial expressions.
You like it?
Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
That's very pretty.
Oh, how cute.
Well,
Like just chef's kiss. I love it because watching her react to that is the most, like, if I was writing a fictional character who is like pretend to be happy, act like you're happy even though you're extremely jealous, that is exactly what I would have the character do.
My job.
Because you're jealous?
Jealous is the key.
What would I be jealous of? I'm
You're
the hottest
jealous
girl
of a
ever.
normal,
You have a
healthy
fucking
relationship. The only
man.
relationships you know are toxic and dysfunctional, bitch. And
You literally
controlling,
cried for
abusive,
$300.
control.
And I do think that this is correct. Like what Fupa is saying is correct. You can see the jealousy. It's one of like the most clear. I've seen people be jealous before situations, and I think it's very true because like Amber consistently finds herself in like very weird, very unhealthy, very dysfunctional relationships. Every single relationship that we've seen her be in is like just strange. It's a strange relationship, and I think at some point you'll have to look and see like what is the common thread here. And I think that if every single relationship that you're in is weird and controlling and has a lot of just like strange behaviors in it, there's one person who's consistent in all of these.
Coming in.
XP Super Chatted $19.99. Hey Amber, Karina Kaboom has a question for you. How do you expect to marry somebody who won't even live with you? And how do you expect to marry someone you only see once a year?
True.
At Chilled Milk 6045 Super
Well,
Chatted
after that-
$20. Tech is 100% taking her name.
Oh, am I going to become Tech Jaffe?
Yeah, are you gonna become a Jaffe or am I
Don't-
gonna become
don't-
whatever
no,
your
but-
last name
okay,
is?
thank
whatever
God.
Your last name is.
I thought you were gonna say.
I'm trained. Are you gonna become
I don't know. I
People
mean,
make everything about me. Let me answer the question real quick. How do you expect to marry someone who won't even live with you? I do not want to live with anybody. I prefer living by myself. So if that means I can't get married, then I can't get married. Like,
a fellow Karina stan is in the chat, and that's really helpful because they're asking questions that we all have on our mind. Like, if you think that you are going to marry Tommy, which you have gone out of your way to say that you are, how is that going to work out? I mean, I know that there are people who have like long distance marriages, that sort of thing, but I really could not see that working out for Amber. But more importantly, like, she does not seem to be interested in actually seeing you, right? She doesn't seem to be interested in being in the same structure, the same house, the same apartment as you. And so I have a real hard time imagining how a marriage between the two of you could actually work if you don't want to be near each other.
How are you?
Disgusting.
How are you broke? If you run two businesses.
So anyone that runs a business knows that it goes up and down. You have slow seasons and you have really good seasons, and the spring is shit for me. Total shit.
Anyone who is an adult also knows that they should have a savings account.
So why don't you
And when I tell you, I almost spit out my iced coffee when Amber said that. Do you remember, Amber? Just a thought. About 6 months ago, is that right? Yeah, 6 months, maybe 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. You were telling us that you had only saved money for your taxes, which, by the way, is not savings. That's just like being ready to pay your taxes. But like, yes, most adults are able to manage in that. But I think, sure, is that good advice for people to have? Of course. Also, do I know that most Americans cannot handle an emergency of $500? I also know that's true. And so it's not, there's no like shade to anyone who doesn't have a savings account or doesn't have that saved up, right? But I think the thing that is laughable, that is almost spit my iced coffee out, worthy of laughing, is that Amber is the one who's saying, well, every adult knows that you should have a savings account, right? Anyway, we continue the constant conflict between Fupa and Amber, and Sarah, fiance, girlfriend, whatever, says that she thinks that Fupa is the best character. And I would have to agree with this. I think I don't really love this show just in general, but I do think Fupa is the best at antagonizing Amber. She doesn't really have to do that much, and but she like knows enough of the lore to be able to like truly antagonize her. So I'm gonna say I agree, but also whatever.
The time.
Thank
Obviously,
you.
everyone's
I
great
love
as well.
that.
She barely speaks, baby girl.
She does, Carrie. I can tell you, as somebody who streams at the exact same time, usually it's Fupa that is got the show right there, you know?
I think I do a good job at riling people up.
She barely speaks. Not to break NDA,
She
but
doesn't
I will.
have
Keem
to
says she
speak.
needs to fucking get her shit together because she sucks. How
So
about that?
you want to talk about not speaking? The first day of Fat Camp yesterday, you sat there in silence majority of the entire fucking stream, sitting there sulking because we were having fun and you were sitting in your dirty ass apartment, bitch.
And there is something just truly rich about Amber saying, oh, this person isn't doing their job very well. They're not engaging as much as they should. They are not as committed as I am. When, one, yes, the day before we had seen Amber just completely check out. But I think more importantly, later on, she's going to just walk out of the stream, right? The thing that she is paid to be doing, she's going to just walk out and decide that she doesn't want to be there anymore, which... I think they're gonna go on to talk a little bit about how the Goral worlds, everyone will talk about critique Amber and say like she gained weight during things. That honestly is something that I genuinely don't care to talk about. It's just something that I find uninteresting. Like we know she's lying. It doesn't matter, whatever, right? I think the thing that is more interesting is being able to see her character. And moments like this, where you can really see the hypocrisy, the way that she views it, is what is actually very interesting and what I think is worthy of more critique than anything else.
Number one, my apartment isn't dirty. Sorry,
Really?
that yours is.
Really
Number
show
two,
it
I wasn't
around.
fucking
Show the
sulking.
camera.
It is my choice.
Take your camera and
It
show
is my
everyone.
choice. Bye, bitch.
Well,
That's so easy to do.
that was Amberlynn Reed. Do you guys remember her from the internet like 7 years ago?
Yeah.
And the thing that I think is so frustrating to see is that people will call her on something that is a very real critique. You have been disengaging. You are not fulfilling your end of like the bargain in this situation. And Amber is able to see this is probably true. We all saw her the day before basically just check out. She was just sitting there quietly when her whole job, her entire job is to talk. That's the whole thing that she's paid there to be there to do. She basically just sits there and disengages and sulks in the corner. And her response to that is immediately to throw a tantrum. A lot of emotionally mature people would hopefully, I mean, maybe not one, like act like a child when they're at work, I guess, but more importantly, would be able to say, like, you know what, I hear what you're saying. I can understand why that would be frustrating. And it's something that I wish I had done differently and something that I hope to do differently going forward. But we, of course, can never see the emotionally mature response from Amber. It's because she is not emotionally mature, but it's because doing that would require, we talked about this in a previous one, some cognitive dissonance of understanding that she did something wrong and she caused harm to other people. Doing that in someone's brain is really, really hard to do. And I am going to go out on a limb and say that she has not had a lot of opportunities to like practice this. So it's not like a huge surprise, but classic ALR. She turns off the camera, decides she just doesn't want to be there, which I mean is just like a it's such a classic move at this point. I don't know how many times we're going to have to put up with this. Keem is going to put up with it. That's the real question. Later on, he's going to go on to be like, could you not? But, you know, it's the same thing. It's like the only way that she has to pull the attention back to herself. And even though it's going to be negative attention, because everyone's saying like, hey, you're doing a bad job, you're still getting the attention back on you in a way that you're able to manage, you know, in a way, in an area that you're not like humiliated by, that isn't making you look like you have a gross bad relationship, or not talking about like the actually terrible things that you've done. It's so we can focus on this one thing of like, oh no, Amber quit. Oh no, please come back, Amber. You know what I mean?
Camera. I don't know which one you want me to.
Is it camera 3?
It's 3. Yep, that one.
Are you showing that Thanksgiving photo?
They pull Amber back, and the gossip for the day is that someone who was apparently at the 2024 Fed Geen Thanksgiving, family Thanksgiving, took a picture of Amber and decided randomly now to drop it. I don't know if this person maybe has a reason why they chose to do that right now. If they just were like, oh, hey, remember that time that my cousin brought this really random person? It's impossible to say. I will pull the picture up because I don't think it shows anything, but the main impression that I had from it is that Amber looks unhappy. In every single candid photo that we see of her, she looks like she is just absolutely miserable. And I think that that's probably the truth. She probably is miserable in it. And I mean, it's like a relatively benign picture, I think. Personally, she's like, it's so intrusive. It really isn't. It's you just existing at a table. But the thing that I think is so fascinating is that like every time it's like a Amberlynn caught in the wild, you know, they think about like the bingo thing, bingo pictures, that sort of stuff. She looks like she's having the worst day ever, and that's just like, I think that might just be her baseline.
So the reason why I am speaking and being a crazy bitch is for entertainment. That's honest to God the truth. All 4 of them know that. But for some reason, Girl World is like dumb in their brain. So they don't understand that what I do is for fucking entertainment, and how I behave in real life is completely different than this. Point blank period. But
So-
go ahead. and
But
answer the question.
wait. This is the same. You've been in real life and in entertainment, and I think this was a major
Honey, you've never
argument.
met me in real life. We have only ever corresponded through
It doesn't
Viber.
matter. I can read people. And you've
You're
been doing
wrong.
this
Ask
long
me.
enough. There's enough behind the
At Snack
scenes
at Your
footage.
Ism, shut the fuck up, you small dick
Whoa,
bitch.
TTS.
A lot of love and blessings to Tekken's era. Pay no mind to the moldy, bedridden, bitter.
Yeah, I'm just
caution
not
you
going to be
tail
here.
in
This
the
is
corner.
stupid at this
If
point.
this were the
No.
Middle Ages, her
Let me tell you, seeing Amber quit for the well, how many times do you think it's been? 30 maybe times, and she's been on this show for maybe like 45 episodes. It's so exhausting, and I know that I keep going back and forth and saying the same thing over and over again because I love to like feed a fed horse, you know what I mean? I love to like go over the same thing over and over again. I love to like rehash situations, but I think this is a tactic, right? Amber is frustrated that she is currently being, having people call her out. She's feeling frustrated that she is not the center of attention for a positive way. And so she's like, I'll run away. And that way everyone will have to fight me. And it just feels so much like a middle school tactic. Like I remember so clearly this happening in my friend group when I was like 12 years old. I think a lot of people have had this happen where they're like, fine, I'll just leave. And then their goal is that everyone will be like, no, please, we love you. And it's just it's like exhaustingly transparent. Do you know what I mean? Like we see exactly what's happening and rinse, lather, repeat. Here we go. It happens over and over again.
Amber is gone. She's not acting, her history shows who she is and Bus just amplifies it. Red heart emoji, Fupa.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that's another thing I was gonna say is she says Girl World is crazy and they like don't realize she's playing a character. No, Girl World is kind of crazy, but they know her like in and out and sideways. Like they know her because she has been on YouTube for 13 years documenting her patterns, her behavior, how she is, and how she is on Bus is how she is behind the scenes, and it's how she's been her entire fucking life. And the Bus people come for her and clock it. And she's like, oh, you guys just don't understand. It's a character. No, she uses that as an excuse to say terrible fucking things.
I mean, honestly, once again, Fupa coming in with a truth bomb. I think I might disagree with Fupa on some other things, just in life, but I think on this I can agree because Amber will say like, "Oh, I'm playing a character," but like, at what point do you stop playing a character? Do you know what I mean? This is like the most intense variety of method acting because we have seen you playing this character, quote unquote, for 13 years, give or take, and more importantly we get to see you like in real time, and people who know you in real life will say that this is not a character, this is who you are, these are things that you do. So we know that it's not a character. It can't be. There's not like every single person that you've ever met are you able to be in character with, and so Fupa's right in this situation. It's something that we all knew, something that we will continue to see, but this is not a character. This is her authentic self. This is the realist version of herself. Hey y'all, sorry. It's the next day. Also, I got a haircut in the middle. And I can't help but feel like I look like Rapunzel after she got her hair cut off. But I'm also trying to go for like a Whitney from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and have like as little continuity as possible in my different shots. So we're just gonna keep. I forgot I had a haircut. Well, didn't forget, but I had a haircut last night and didn't get a chance to finish filming. So we're gonna continue going. But immediately after Amber leaves, the mood is boosted. Everyone is clearly in a happier mood that she was gone. She's left.
Wordland heavy, every bar got weight. Underground kings, yeah, we tempting fate. Log off out the loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib, where they...
Anyway, Keem appears like he's been summoned. Probably because he's like, Amber, listen, you are clocked in. Like this is at this point like time card fraud. Like you gotta be at work when you are at work. Do you know what I mean? Like your job is to be here, not to be in whatever's going on in the PC. Your job is to be on screen right now. And so he comes and he's like ready to give her a talking to. But I will say, like, listening to Keem talk, I am surprised at the amount of like emotional availability that he has. I feel like if it was me and this is somebody who I was like supervising, somebody who was like, I was paying, they're on the clock right now, I'd be like, you need to get the hell together. Like, I'm not dealing with this. Just like stop. It's so frustrating and I can't deal with this anymore. And also, I mean, Amber seems to be forgetting that like she has fulfilled what Keem wanted. She brought over her audience. The people who have enjoyed the LCU are going to stay. And at this point, she's kind of just like, she's done her job. And so she should really be trying to not get fired if she wants to stay, in my opinion.
Yeah, Keem, she's right there. You want to drag her in?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Bus
drag her
BC.
in.
Amber, we got.
Amber, it's me. Can I use your headphones real quick?
She left.
Bring her back.
Why don't we just jump into the bus?
Amber,
please?
it's me. Amber,
I'm here.
what's going on? Talk to me. Okay, I know. Just tell me.
Sometimes.
I have a lot going on here. I'm just lost. I promise you, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Talk to me.
A lot.
All right, look. Here's the thing.
Like,
That's Ratita
come
Traction
from a
Super Chatted
drama
$20.
perspective. I'm
Get
supposed to
in the
call
pool.
fucking Foop out
Ken
on her
shouldn't pay
bullshit.
her.
Just like everyone else is doing. And I thought Gitchy made a lot of good points about her using Phantom. So I wanted to call her out on it, but like she screams over me, and then all of them just start making fun of my body. My apartment's dirty and moldy, and then they start showing some fucking picture of me at Thanksgiving that like is super intrusive because it's like
Why is she
it's just
breaking
like this
up?
whole thing.
Okay. Look, can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
All right, here's the deal. All right. It's not that serious.
It is when it's constant.
I know it's constant because, I mean, you're constantly like the drama queen.
And like, I get what Keem is saying here. Like it is true that Amber is constantly like, the attention is not the kind of attention I want, or the attention is on somebody else. Therefore, I need to shift it to being like, please beg me to come back. And I can understand that like the LCU is not a kind place to work. It feels like people are mean to each other, but it does really seem to go all directions. Everyone just seems to be mean to each other. And I think Phantom is going to go on to be like, we're a family. And I was like, oh, what's wrong with your family? But it's, you know, like, you can't be surprised at the thing that you knew. You were a fan of the LCU. You knew what was going on before you decided to go work with them. So you genuinely cannot be shocked that they are mean or that they are unpleasant to be around. That's like part of it. That's maybe like the whole thing of the show.
Look, tonight was not about you. It was a big night for tech.
No one tells me what these shows are about, so I never know how to come in.
334 Super Chatted $19.99. This is my
mine?
first ever dono.
I know.
Congrats, Tekken
Keem, do you
Sarah.
want a chair?
Fupa, you are my favorite.
Do you want to? We're gonna get fucked
Do
up.
you want a chair?
What do you mean chair?
Like a chair to sit?
You know, sit.
Oh, a chair. I thought you said cheer.
No.
Don't tease me like that. I thought we were slamming a fucking drink.
I mean, we can
Amber-
do that too.
Amber, at the end of the day, right? Today is not about you, right? You should have just got out of the way. We done all been talking shit about Fupa.
That's what I left.
You're allowed to talk about
So she
Fupa
wants
too.
it to be about her
Sugar
24/7.
Venom 6 Super Chatted
Yes!
$199.
Sugar Venom 6, thank you so much for $200.
Sarah on your
Oh my god.
Fupa, you are beautiful.
Do you see
You
that?
have fun.
No, I can't
Amber,
see shit.
get back
Oh.
here. It's your job.
Thank you so much.
I loved it. I loved it. You know, the fact that, you know, we had the engagement, then we had the father of the daughter on the show. I loved every bit of it. You know, and that's really what tonight's show is about, right? I understand, like, this gets frustrating, but not today, Amber. Crash out tomorrow.
Out being human.
I know, but bro, come on. Dude, it's their moment.
That's why I fucking left, because I knew I was gonna cry.
At Parting Waters N5M Super Chatted $20.
Okay.
Amber chose to not be here. She needs to stop. Sorry you're left out.
She didn't have to be left out.
People not processing that. That's the reason why I left.
Okay.
And then everyone continues to like tell me to come back. Like, is it about me or not, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Okay, well, you need to come back because it's your show, but like, come on, dog.
I hate it here right now.
We're constantly telling you, you're one of us, you're accepted, you are invited, you know, you need to be here. We're constantly trying our best and you're pushing us away. I mean, if this is how your relationships go, now I understand them.
Jay Adelith super chatted $20. Last Dono because Amber you're a moron. Last week Tech asked you to meet before show for show notes. Be a team freaking player for once. I've seen ALR cry a billion times.
I mean,
This
you
shit
could,
fake
you could
AF.
be here with your
Full
feeder,
stop.
I mean, girlfriend, and like it could be a whole thing. There could be 3 couples.
And I get that Amber probably has like social anxiety and this is an established group, so it's just harder to join a group like that, but at the same time, like the constant need for validation, she has to know that that has to be driving people away. It has to be exhausting for people. And I think that we can sort of see a taste of what it might be like to be in like a romantic or friendship relationship with Amber, because she is constantly needing this like validation. Do you like me? It beg for me to come back, and that is so wearing on people. That wears people out so quickly.
You were offered your own little cabin.
Yep.
I'm fully aware. Like, it's not. Why would I want to be around people that treat me like fucking trash?
Because
like, I'm good.
these are your
99
people.
Super chatted $19.99. Keem please, this is so old at this point. This is almost every day. If the attention is not on her, she throws a huge fit.
I apologize, Amber. Amber, honestly, I apologize. I agree with May 99.
All right, then I'm gonna go. Then I'm gonna let the show just be about
That's
them. I
how
don't
it
wanna be
comes
here.
across. That's how it comes across. Come
Well,
on.
you're
And I think in this, we can see Keem is frustrated as heck, which honestly, I would be too. I'd be like, I just can't deal with this anymore, because we see her doing this on live. And so I'm guessing that this is something that she has done multiple times with Keem in the past. Like, this has probably been an ongoing thing that Keem has needed to deal with, and I can only imagine that that gets so wearing, so draining. And I will say, like, Keem seems to have an amazing amount of like emotional space for her to do this, because he talks to her so often and needs to manage her emotions so often. Like, it seems like she's transferred a lot of her emotional needs from maybe her mom or whoever onto Keem recently, and I personally would be like, I just literally cannot deal with this. So kudos to him, I guess, for that. But he tells Amber that like, this wasn't about you. You need to apologize because you made a big stink and drew the attention away from people who just got engaged. So, it's supposed to be like their kind of special day, or at least could they not get a special hour, maybe if it was like the whole day. But like, you need to apologize to them. And again, this might just be like a window into what's going on for Amber, but I love when we get to see her be asked to do something where it's like, I can see that you did something wrong. Could you apologize for it? And this is the reaction that she has.
You weren't wrong, Keem. You weren't watching.
I know I wasn't. Apologize to them. You ruined their moment. And then
You literally weren't watching.
I know.
Every time I would speak, all of a sudden it was Phantom and Fupa.
Tanner
You're so fat, you're so gross, you're so this, you're so
super
that.
chatted $19.99. Amber has been timing and blocking people. It's crap. Pig emoji. Pig emoji.
Look,
No, I haven't. Look
look,
at the back
here,
log.
Amberlyn.
Emoji, tomato emoji.
We're a family
tomato
here in the
emoji,
LCU.
Tomato
And
emoji,
you know as well
emoji,
as I
pig
do,
emoji,
every
cat
family,
emoji,
we
cat
all
emoji.
pick on each other. We all give each other shit. At the end of the day, the LCU is a family. We're gonna fight. We're gonna yell at each other. We're gonna call each other names, but we're also gonna
Right.
back each other.
Super chatted $19.
If something real bad,
is going to have a field day with this. Amber, you are 35. Stop being pathetic.
Anyway, so everyone's trying to gentle parent Amber, and I have never really liked this argument of like, we're a family, so we're horrible to each other. I don't think that is the way that families should be. personally. I don't think that that's the way that like a workplace should be. However, Amber knew what was happening in the LCU before she came. She knew that they kind of like roast each other all the time, that they're just kind of mean to each other. And some social groups are like that. Some workplaces are like that. And she truly like knew what she was getting into before she did. So I don't feel bad for her. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe that they're making fun of you for things that we've seen them make fun of people for the whole time. But Amber, of course, does not apologize. Everyone has to spend their time like gentle parenting her. It's exhausting to watch. And let me tell you, I would be so frustrated if I was Tech and Sarah, because I mean, like, granted, they did it on live, so, you know, like, Amber was going to be there. It wasn't, like, a huge shock that she made it about herself. But I do think I would be frustrated if I was like, I wanted to celebrate. I wanted this to be the episode of love, as they talked about. And immediately Amber's like, I have to make this about me. How can this be about me?
Yeah, like Gidget was talking a lot of shit about me in the theater room, and then right before bus, I was in the kitchen with her acting normal as like it was
Let's
like
pour
nothing.
one
Like,
out for
shit
Amber's
talking.
Fifis. Tech and Sarah got engaged.
Anyway, they get enough donations. They go jump in the pool. Whatever. It looks very cold afterwards. And I think Amber's upset that Fupa didn't put her whole head under the water, which like I wouldn't want to either. I don't like my face touching water like that, like pool water like that. Gross. But I think I really don't know how much longer Amber has in the LCU. I think one, we've seen that Keem knows that she has served her purpose. She brought her audience over. That's all they really wanted. If it's people who like to watch a mess, they have found it. Granted, I kind of prefer to watch someone who's like organically a mess, not like a manufactured mess, if that makes sense. I want somebody who isn't really in on the joke. That's part of it for me. That's something that makes it more interesting. So I don't think I'm gonna stick around, but I understand like what they were trying to do when they brought Amber on. But I think the people who it's for them, they're gonna stay. They have found it, and so I think Amber is like on very thin ice, and she should be watching it because she could easily be booted off at any point. And I think we've seen that everyone is like, I am so frustrated with Amber. By when she leaves, we are going to be happier and it's going to be a better vibe. And that's kind of like the message that's coming through in the chat over and over again. So just in general, I think Amber, you need to be on notice, be on watch, because I think they could just as easily as they brought you on, they could easily get rid of you. I'm sure it's an at-will contract. They could probably just dump you at any time. So don't feel like just because you signed some sort of non-compete or whatever, I'm sure this is an at-will employment. You're probably an independent contractor. So they could easily just be like, well, see you later. We don't need to keep you here. There's no like contract, I'm sure, that's keeping you employed. Unless your lawyer Lynn was able to get in there and make sure that it was, you know, you were taken care of. But I have a hard time believing that's what actually happened.
Halloween will entice will happen.
Anyway, if you stuck around this long, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. I saw that the LCU was live again last night, so I'm curious to see what happened. If Keem, you know, they're still at Fat Camp and Amber is still allegedly not there. I think she really is not there. But I think she is still not there, and I think her days with the LCU are truly numbered if she's not willing to be a team player, not willing to be a participant in anything. What motivation would they have to keep her around? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so if you made it this far, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We do have some other videos I plan to talk about, like what is happening in the LCU a little bit more, but I also have some other ideas. People have been sharing suggestions for videos. I'm brand new to making videos, and so if you ever have ideas or things that I should talk about, please let me know. And I will probably end up making a video about it. But thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Again, if you stuck around, if you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, doing all that. It can really help my channel. And I will catch you next time. Bye.